voices. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down. Sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 down. Sympathy.
Evening, everyone. Evening. Dal, thanks for joining me. Kenny, Jack, and Matty. We just seen a display of football. Wasn't the greatest, but it's not going to be a great long show. But I said that earlier each evening. 15 minutes, I said, and it went on for an hour and 15. But season done, Dal?
Yep. Cheers, guys.
There you go. Kenny, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, season's done. You know, the fact is that, you know, obviously last couple of days we've fallen out with a lot of people, and people falling out with us over how we got to look at this game. But let's face it, you know, the game itself, Spurs gave their all. This weren't good enough, couldn't put their chance away. But the damage has been done. We knew this day was coming. The minute we lost against Villa, we all knew this day was coming. And what we've done, collectively, some individuals put themselves through unnecessary hope and torture. You know, that's the thing. We've only got ourselves to blame. We were in a great position, fluffed our lines, and we deserve we deserve this. We've done it ourselves. Nothing. I've got nothing positive to say about this season, because all the stats that people are going to rain off when we go on our podcast tomorrow with Dan, it's going to make me feel any better than I feel now. I'm absolutely gutted.
Yeah, I'm flat, to be honest. Matty, you watched the game. You know, I mean, I've got we all got the abuse for not supporting Spurs. How are you feeling now, you Arsenal fans, for supporting Spurs? That's the. I'm going to come to that. Right, Matty, how you feeling, bro?
I'm fine, because I've been saying it all year long. When you finally see it play out, I've been saying it. Y'all, pain is coming. It's coming. We lost this title. We lost this title twice against Villa, once against Newcastle, once against Chelsea, once against Spurs, by the way. And you look up, and now everybody's looking for answers. Well, if you go back and watch what we've been saying all year, that's all the answers you need to the test. So we've already given them to you. We gave you the Cliff Notes version a long time ago. So, yeah, I'm going to wait till you get into the discussion about what happened about this week so I can unload, because I've got quite a bit to say tonight.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear it. Jack, thanks for joining me, man, as a neutral.
No,
you were watching that with me and Yeti in the watch along. You were in the chat, bro. You know, it's so frustrating to see what could have been, and yet again we're never going to see it again. You know, it hasn't happened, man. It's a punch in the face again. Give me your view, bro.
Well, on another channel, they were saying, and we all know Spurs have got this name of Spurs the bottle jobs and all this, but it wasn't Spurs who threw the title away at Aston Villa at home by playing Havertz and Odegaard in a three-man midfield against Aston Villa, who have three physical ball-playing midfielders in their midfield. You know, it wasn't Spurs' fault that you didn't get points against Fulham. You know, well, like you didn't get the maximum points against Fulham. So when you have to, we all know in football, when you have to rely on another team's results to help you, you're not in a great position. So you make a rod for your own back, as far as I'm concerned. And then you see people on another channels like banging tables and walking off and all that. Grow up.
Simple. I mean, great point, mate. Kenny, I mean, you know, it's just rinse and repeat. I mean, this is a good point here from Jack, man. Those that supported Tottenham are not real Arsenal fans. I went into this massively earlier, right? The fact that snowflake Arsenal fans had to rely on a rival to bail us out, that proves we've already bottled the league. Sat Arteta now. What do you think, man?
Well, the thing about it is, I think you got to address every point as it goes. Oh, so is this for Matt or me?
Yes, you. Yeah, you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The first and foremost, the whole situation is self-explanatory. If you're an Arsenal fan, you never cheer Spurs.
No.
By actually getting upset when we call you out shows that you know you've done the wrong thing. It also shows that that you're going to go to any desperate measures to cover your backs, be insulting, call us all sort of names, tell us we're stupid. We're not stupid. It's not rocket science. If you support Arsenal, you can't back Spurs in anything. You can't have it both ways. You can't be an Arsenal fan, and then for one day you support Spurs. No. This is you're an Arsenal fan 24/7, 365 days a year, and every day of your life until you kick the bucket. You're an Arsenal fan. You can't shirt for Tottenham. I don't care what anyone says. Don't even try and say, "Oh, yeah, but they're not really our rivals," or I hate Man United more. No, mate. There's no coming back from this. We know. We've seen all the videos. We've received all the personal abuse. Everything's you don't even have to keep receipts. It's all there. It's all there on social media. It's all there on the YouTube comments. It's everywhere. So when Spurs play next and you start cheering the team that plays against Tottenham, just remember you were twerking for Spurs. Just remember when we play in the North London derby and you're talking about, oh yeah, I'm walking the gauntlet down the lane and doing that long walk from Seven Sisters Station. Just remember you support Spurs. There's no coming back from it. There's no coming back from it. You can't even rationalise it because there's no way a decent Arsenal would give in. But in terms of like the show in itself, where we are in itself, everyone's correct. Don't let anyone come up to you and start saying this is an achievement in itself. The most wins 20 in a season, the most goals in the Premiership. We're a young team. This is his first job, and he's got us competing with Man City. Don't even think of allowing people to, like I said, run those stats over to you and you stay silent. Just talk about Aston Villa home and away, especially Villa when we had it in our hands. We had it in our hands. On April 14th, we had it in our hands. The fact that Liverpool lost as well meant that our closest rivals weren't actually City; it was actually Liverpool, because we both had the same amount of points, although we had a major superior goal difference. We couldn't, shift them out. We shifted Liverpool away, but City, got back in when they didn't really expect it. But when we left the back door open, they've taken over. It was always going to be City's league. And, go back even further to the Christmas period. That's where it was lost. We've done fantastic. And a lot of people look at positives from how we played from, the Dubai, excursion and everything. But that was just too late. We know now that was too late. We didn't, no matter how pitch perfect we were, it was always catch up. So we already got ourselves to blame. Don't let anyone tell you that this has been like something to be happy about. You should never be happy, finishing second when you had it in your hands. You threw it away again. Twice we've thrown it away.
Yeah, fact. And I've been called out. Egal called me out on his channel because I called out politely. No disrespect, a certain tuber on AFTV, a guy I had massive respect for. Massive respect back in the day. I said he sold his soul. And I'm entitled to my opinion. He apparently has come back at me. Fair play to you. I haven't seen it, but there you go. But at the end of the day, if you're Arsenal, right? If you're Arsenal, yeah, as he makes himself out that he's a massive Arsenal fan, huge biggest ever. All this bullshit, right? Yeah. Why are you supporting Spurs? Why are you supporting Spurs, Turkish? Because that is an absolute disgrace. And you were on a watch along tonight, yeah, right? And you walked out when they scored their second goal. Get out of here, man. This is what winds me up. It really winds me up. Dow. Seriously.
No.
Seriously. Where do these clueless clowns come from? They think they're going to con me. They're going to con me, right? That they are the big Arsenal fans. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
To James Bond, we have been focusing on Arsenal. That's what we've been focusing on for the last, 4 years. The fact of the matter is we dropped 11 points. We drew Nottingham Forest 1-1 first game of the season. That set the tone. We played Party at right back. That set a tone. We played that donkey shit dickhead Havertz at left mid for how many games till he finally realized that he wasn't a fucking left midfielder. You know, it's his fault. I want him fired tonight. I'm done with this merry-go-round. It's Wenger Part 2 all over a fucking again, Jez, to where we don't meet our goals. We don't meet our milestones. He's pissed off the FA Cup. He's pissed off the League Cup. We couldn't barely beat Porto. And we brought no one in January. We couldn't sell anyone. We couldn't bring a midfielder in. We brought a freaking goalkeeper in on loan. Good thing he's got the Golden Gloves because that's the only fucking thing we have to go on about in this club. And I'm sorry for cussing, but my God, bro, I'm tired of these fake top fucking Gunner fans putting on Spurs scarves and taking pictures on social fucking media and calling yourself an Arsenal fan. Been following this club 25 years. I'd give my left fucking hand to go to North London and sit up there in the fucking terraces. And all you fucking dumb pricks supporting fucking Tottenham. Come on. Where were you guys supporting? Why were you supporting the West Ham? Where were the supporters of Porto? Where were the supporters when we were down one, dropped the first game of the season? Bro, I'm so sorry, Jez, to be so cussing on your channel like that, man.
Right.
I'm fucking over it. I can't believe that we just will again fold up into next season and we'll get rid of maybe a player or two and bring in one probably decent player and someone he wants to build. Like, I'm done building up players that don't have a pedigree of winning anything. What's the fucking use of this shit? Right? We bring Havertz in, yay. We have Saka who plays fucking 1,000 games a season, is injured every other game, and we can't get a right winger in. We look at Pedro Neto, and he's injured all the time. What the fuck is he going to do? It's just the players we're even looking at, none of them are impactful players. None of them are marquee players. We've never replaced Thierry Henry. We've never really replaced Cesc Fabregas in reality. We haven't replaced Alexis Sanchez. Martinelli's fallen off a cliff. So, we deserve what we get. Plain and simple, guys. I'm fucking pissed, bro. And I'm not pissed at Tottenham, and I'm not pissed at City. I'm pissed at this fucking fan base that every day we got to hear how we're the enemies. We're the negative ones. When we're just critically thinking and critiquing the club the best we know how, because we know there isn't a fucking pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Fact, Matty.
You should also call out the ones who was setting off fireworks at the hotel. That worked.
Hotel.
That worked.
I thought it was funny at first. I thought it was kind of cute, Jack. But now it's pure stupidity.
Just blow the hotel up. That gets rid of them, doesn't it?
It was all for nothing.
Matty, at the end of the day, how long do you accept failure? How long? I'm just putting it out there because James Bond has made a comment. Stop behaving like gatekeepers, right? That's the same thing you'll attack AFTV and others for every week, bro. Yeah, because at the end of the day, James, we expect standards. You've never seen it. Right? So at the end of the day, don't come in here and bullshit me and Kenny and these other people on here because you accept Failure.
I have a mission for one James Bond. Operation Kiss My Ass. That's what I have. Operation Kiss My Ass. And let me tell you something, Jazz. I'm going to back up everything Dale said. Let's go to the first part of the season, and I'm going to land my plane. So y'all just go with me. Not Everton. The same Spurs team that these fools supported today. The same Spurs team. September 24th, 2-2. That's points down the toilet. We roll over October 21st. What you see there? We play Chelsea. 2-2. Points down the toilet. You just keep on rolling. Newcastle. 0 shots on goal.
Oh, yeah.
Not a damn shot on goal. We lose the game 1-0. Points down the toilet. You know, we need those points, right? That's those points that would serve pretty well today, right? Right? So then we play Liverpool. Liverpool. A couple days before Christmas. 1-1. Points down the toilet. See, everybody wants to go back to pointing these games. They want to point these games out. You do Villa's another one, 6 points there. We drop points all over the season. All over the season. I've been sitting here. Yet it's been sitting there hearing it. I've been telling y'all all freaking year long the team wasn't good enough. The manager has never been good enough. And I've been chastised. The Yank, he doesn't know what he's talking about. The black man, all that stuff. I've sat here and I've dealt with it all year long. Lee has dealt with it all year long. Jazz, what does the old man know? What does this grumpy old man know? He sat here. He's dealt with it all year long. Kenny has dealt with it all year long. The American idiots have dealt with it all year long. This young man over here, he's probably been dealing with it all year long. Anybody that has had a sense of any bit of understanding realizes that there were holes in this team from top to bottom. But what has happened is because it's so fashionable for everybody to just get on board and get along and celebrate and have fun and just enjoy yourself. We've been dealing with this problem for 4.5 years. 4.5 years. It was last year we heard wait until next year. Well, next year's here. Now it's wait till next year. Well, what about the year after that? The year after that? 8th, 5th, 2nd, bottle. We have bottled it again. And we have sat here over and over, week in and week out. Fan cam, emergency meetings, 4 hours, 5 hours, telling y'all, hey, y'all, get ready. We ain't winning nothing this year. Oh, man, look at the negative. Look at the negativity. Then this week rolls around because I'm scared to go off right now because I didn't say much. I didn't really go off much this week because I sat there and I wanted to see how this was going to play out. People getting out there putting on goddamn Spurs shirts. So-called supporters of Arsenal for the last 20, 30, 40 years. People my age. Grown men, older men, all across social media. We got the receipts everywhere we turn. This is the last couple of hours. Y'all, look at these fake fans. Folks putting us out there on Twitter, telling us we don't support Arsenal. We're no good. We don't support Arsenal at all. I'd give my right arm to be able to go to Arsenal game every freaking week. I have the budget when they come over here to the States to go watch them. I didn't go watch them last year because I said I'm not supporting bullshit until they get their house in order. And for those who want to challenge me and say I ain't never been to an Arsenal game, if you look hard enough on YouTube, you'll find me. I am sick and tired of this decrepit fan base who is continuing to exercise, as I told y'all I was going to say earlier, from now on, cognitive dissonance. We have a fan base that revels in cognitive dissonance. Well, now y'all are going to look around and you're about to find out what time it really is, because all these teams around you are about to start strengthening. We're still sitting here. And this is why tonight, before we came on tonight and we start looking around the YouTube streets, you start seeing people looking from left to right. The ad just got let out. Kenny, we talked about it the other day. What did I tell you? I said this Sunday, it's going to sound like it's going to be like a funeral procession because people know the gig is up now. They know the gig is up. They have sat here and they have denied this and have denied themselves. And now they must face the facts. And for all of y'all who was out here rocking the white today, y'all was waving them scarves, y'all was support y'all prayer alongs and all this foolishness. Now you have to face the facts with yourself when you go to sleep tonight. You look in the mirror and realize I'm out there supporting Spurs. I said I would never support that team. I don't give two shits. I'm not supporting that team. I'm going down with the ship. If the ship has to go down, I am Arsenal through and through. I will go down with the motherfucking ship. I am not playing with this. I am not playing with this. I am sick of this, y'all. I am flat out sick of this. We have yet to go out and spend the proper money on what we need to spend money on. We have yet to go out here and address the issues that we have on this bench. We have a bench full of players that should have been moved on 3 years ago. And now everybody wants to start trying to call out players. Oh, when we try to tell y'all this. I don't tell people stuff that I wouldn't do. I don't sit up here and just chastise this team just to chastise it. I chastise this team out of a place of love because I want what's best for the team. TEAM. Too many people in this fan base want what's best for the manager. That's all they care about is the manager. Whatever the manager says, I'm on board with what the manager wants. They want the manager. I want someone who's going to lead this team to the promised land, not to second place on a daily basis. And then we turn around and we have to accept that. I said, if you accept second place year in, year out, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. At a club like this, if you are running right here, accepting second place, left in, left, y'all are part of the problem because y'all sat here last year and we threw this title away. We threw it away. And I told people, I said, you're going to look back at this season next year and you're going to really be hurt because it was totally in our control last year. We had it, we literally had it last year and threw it away. Now the pain is much worse. It's just like, JS, you were like this. You go get surgery and then they give you the medicine. And at 4 o'clock in the morning when you sleep, shit start hurting because the medicine wearing off. Now, all this Arteta, all this sprinkling fairy dust for the year is wearing off now. And it's going to be a lot of pain for the next 24 to 48 hours because the season is done. And people are going to wake up to the fact, and I'm expecting this weekend, you're going to start seeing folks turn on this manager because now it's put up or shut up. Either you shit or you get off the pot. I'm done.
And for those saying that he's out of context, you're wrong. He's angry because he loves the club. So those saying that Matty's out of context or he's going too far, you're in the wrong. This is what it's about. This is the passion from a true American fan that's been following the club for 20 plus years. So I don't want any kids in here saying we're out of line or out of context or any of that bullshit. We're all just angry and disappointed. And if you don't want to listen to it, piss off.
You are the fool. If someone has to come in here and they'll complain about what we're saying, you're a bigger dumbass for coming in here because you already know what the hell going on. Y'all been watching all of us long enough to know what we think and what we talk about. That just means that you are a complete fool, and as Jess would say, you deserve the ass wipe award.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go through some of the chat, man. Some of the chat. Jez, you so you're judging me. No, I'm not judging you. What I'm saying to you is, yeah, you've seen the Invincibles and before that. Wow. Great. Well done. Fantastic. Brilliant. So have I. So's Kenny. Yeah. So's Matty. Right. So's Dow. We've all seen it. Yeah. We've all been there. Yeah. So what are you trying to say to me? What are you comparing this to the Invincibles and to the teams before that? I mean, I don't know how long you go back as a fan, right? But you might go back as long as Kenny. I don't know. But how long, fella, do you accept failure? That's my point. And I'm not dissing you. I'm not calling you out, right? At the end of the day, I'd say if you don't win shit, right, after 2 years, you get out. You get out because that's what we've done in the past, right? After teams like Bertie Mee, right? He won our first double. He went on to the 72 FA Cup, lost to Leeds United. Yeah. 2 years later, right, when we nearly got relegated, he was binned. In came Terry Neal. Terry Neal came in, right, got us to 3 consecutive cup finals, 1-1. He was gone. Fact. That's how a club should move. 4 fucking years, man. 5 years this November. And what's this manager won? Fuck all. So don't, I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying that is how it works. Anyway, Wolfgang says, thank you, mate, for your super chat. Arsenal fans twerking for Spurs. I'm on some alternative planet. Absolutely. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's an absolute joke.
Well,
Not
the
in
Spurs
my
fans-
lifetime, man.
Spurs fans were singing "We fucking hate Arsenal" and stuff like that. So,
How
So
dare
they should.
they? How dare they say that? How dare they sing that song, right, in the stadium and go and support Spurs? Every single one of them needs a fucking kick up the arse. Seriously, it's an embarrassment to the club.
There were Arsenal fans in that stadium tonight watching the game.
I saw them, Matty. They bought tickets, innit?
Yeah, I
They
said
were
that would be. Yeah.
See, that you know what? After what I saw yesterday, nothing surprises me. But that's the thing. Spurs fans, it happened in North London Derby. There was about 3 prats who know full well that if they were to go into the home end, the Tottenham home end, what was going to happen, right? There's going to be a domino effect. This isn't like the 80s where you'll be a hero and, you take one for the team. If you do it in this day and age now, what will happen is that all the other fans who go there supporting the Arsenal, those fans who couldn't get to those 3 idiots are going to come for some Arsenal fans. Some of them are in there, middle-aged men who've never thrown a punch in their life, but they get attacked because of these idiots. But these Arsenal fans who went in there, they're fools to themselves because at the end of the day, doing all of that again shows you desperation. But then again, social media has given birth to a lot of different opinions that we're not used to.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to Arsenal fans twerking for Spurs because I didn't have social media. But now with social media, you have a lot of people with all sorts of different opinions and all fan journeys. We've got a lot of young Arsenal fans who are so used to Wenger and Ferguson that they will tell you with their chest that they hate Man United more than Tottenham, and that if Man United, Spurs beat Man United, they'd probably be laughing without realising it. So that is unfortunately the way of the world. But the fact is, just because it's the way of the world doesn't mean we can't be shut down. That's why you guys having your own channels, all your social medias, there has to be room for people like me. There has to be room for the fan who goes home and away, who doesn't want to be on Sky, who just wants the experience of grown men in a pub having a discussion without any cameras, without any reporters sitting down and taking notes, the old way. And this is what these podcasts have to be. You have to be room for everyone else. You can't change these guys' opinion. If that's how they want to do it, good luck to them. But the problem is, we should be allowed to call them out just as much as they're calling us out for not joking with Spurs. But the fact is, Schumer Ahmed, again, he said he probably deep down was twerking for Spurs. He's an Arsenal fan, clearly, but he was twerking for Spurs because he thought, you know what, I want the league more than I hate Spurs. So his logic is, do you hate Spurs more than you love Arsenal? Well, of course we don't. But there's rules. But to him, it don't apply. But I'm just going to say, right, one thing is that you can dress it up all you like. You can talk about the manager, talk about the players, but don't think for 1 minute that just because Pep, Man City juggernaut, we weren't in control of this title race. We were. We put ourselves in a great position after we beat Liverpool. Man City drew. Remember, Man City drew at Anfield, and they drew at home to Chelsea. That gave us and Liverpool control of the title race. They were always behind. How the hell did we let them back in? How the hell did we do that? I told you how we did it. It's because we're not good enough to win this league. We just have to accept it. You know, Man City are not that much better than us, but we can't deal with pressure situations. And we're going to have to get players who can do that, and we've got to get a manager who is able to do that and say, you know what, I'm here to win titles. I'm not here to, admire Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, we got to have a siege mentality. We've got to have a manager come in. And before these idiots in the chat start asking what kind of manager you want to bring in, a winning one. How about that? A winning manager, a manager that means business. Whoever that fits under that category, that's who I want to come in. Whoever it is. We need somebody that's going to come in and say, I don't give a damn about what Man City done, who they are, what they've got. But until we get that, because that's the mentality we got to have, Kenny. And I've said this over and over. It's a mentality thing with this team. You saw it on Sunday. You saw it Sunday. If Casemiro stepped up, it's 0-0. The game today doesn't even matter anything. But I told people we have struggled when it's time to get into big games, when it's time to get into make pressure situations. You look down at your manager. How does the manager look? He doesn't know what to do. Zinchenko warming up. For what? What we putting him in for? It's absolutely outrageous that we have sat here for four and a half years, and we have toiled under this regime, under this manager. 65 million on Kai Havertz this year. 65. Yeah, he scored a few goals, but you guess what you heard this week? Oh, well, we really don't need a striker because he can score about 20, 22 goals next year. On what planet? What planet? Where? That's how far the expectations have fallen. We just take anything that's given to us. And this is why year in, year out, we get our feelings hurt. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, Kenny, Jez, and Dal, and everybody, and Yeti. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, because this won't get brought up, but I'm going to bring it up starting right now. Let's talk about these goddamn cups that we got through that got thrown in the bin this year. Let's talk about these cups that got thrown in the bin this year. Because, see, now everybody laughed at Manchester United on Sunday. But in a week's time, guess what they'll be doing? They're playing in a cup final, regardless of the fact if they win it or if they don't. They're doing something. We'll be sitting at home. We'll be getting ready. They'll be feeding the dog. They'll be walking the dog. They'll be flying kites. We'll be sitting here again doing the same old thing. Everybody's going to be scrambling, looking for the transfer business. They're going to be looking, trying to see who's coming in, the new hip hot name. And then all of a sudden, you're going to look up and they sign some player from Belfast for $75 million, and they're going to sell it to you, and then you're going to be right back on the same hamster wheel that we've been on for the last 5 years. This manager should be fired on his cup record alone. Should be fired on the spot. Unacceptable. I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of going through this every May. Under Wenger, we kept hearing, judge him in May. Judge him in May. Well, when Wenger got ran out of here, you said, well, let's Unai Emery. Y'all hurry up and judge him and got him out of here. Then you bring in this clown. Let's give him 10, 15 years. Let's give him 20 years. Let's give him whatever he needs. He's had $1 billion to get this right. What manager gets $1 billion at a football club and is still there? Oh, Arsenal Football Club, because they settle for mediocrity. And stop talking about Spurs, because we move just like them. We're moving just like them.
Okay, I want to get an independent view on this now. Yeti, I mean, come on, man. We watched the game together, right? It wasn't a great game, was it? It was pretty flat, wasn't it? Really, it's pretty flat. Was I celebrating the game?
No, not at all.
I'm
You
sorry.
took your Spurs shirt off at half time, so I could see how you weren't into it.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, we called it. I pretty much last night called it 2-0 to Man City, and basically, I want your honest opinion. And I'm going to come to Jack as independents, right? Yeah. Man City have got to play West Ham. We've got to play Everton, right? I think Arsenal will beat Everton, personally. Do you think, do you think West Ham will do us a favour? 2 points in it.
I think, well, basically they've got a manager that's going anyway. Lopetegui could be in the crowd or whatever, so they could show up for him. But then again, they're going to get an old pre-season to show up for him, so maybe that's not even going to matter to them. But going on to another thing is, I always think I've seen everything in football, but a good percentage of your fan base fucking blows it out the ballpark. I've never seen other fans shouting on for other teams. And, and back in the day, as you know, if you'd have even tried that, if you'd have even tried an off and off scarf, you ain't going home, mate. You ain't going home. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. And Arteta, what, nearly 5 years now? 750 million? That bench? And I said to you the other day, Jez, right? I think the reason that he's not got those players on that bench that can change the game is because he does not know how to fucking use them. And that's why he does the fucking like for like thing. Because if he had those players on the bench to change a game and he doesn't do it, he gets shown for the tactically fucking mindless twat that he is. He's a rubbish manager. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's got one style. And when that one style doesn't work, he's fucking done. And what he did with Aston Villa was shocking. Absolutely shocking. It was like, we'll put it all into the Champions League, and then he fucks that up. That was absolutely shocking. You had the chance there to take it forward, and he fucking blobbed it again. He's an arrogant bastard. He needs to go out there. Your fan base is like a fucking cult. If you told him to stand in like the Waco thing where you go in a warehouse and then he blows it up or whatever, they would do it. They're absolute mindless fucking drones. I've never seen fans like that. We ain't doing shit, but I'm as passionate as what you guys are. I want fucking everything, and I'm not accepting anything else, So I understand all your pain and everything like that. And you know what? Thanks for having me on. And yeah, I think you'll beat Everton. I do think you'll beat Everton, but it's too late.
Well, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
First game against Forest.
Hey.
One you and Jez. What did you say? Oh, if Arsenal messed this game up, which we did because we drew, that's going to set a tone for the season. And look at the first 7 games of the season.
Yeah.
Jack.
Well, you beat us.
Right out the gate, Jez. I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot the first game of the fucking season.
No, you beat us. You beat us 2-1.
I thought
Jack,
we had 1-1.
I asked this question,
I forget what I said. I thought we drew.
Should have been 2-2, but yeah.
Jack, question is a good point here. Why do Arsenal fans quietly ignore the fact that it's actually Unai Emery who took the title away from us this season?
Well, I said it.
That was it. Job done.
I said it. It was Mikel's fault for playing Odegaard and Havertz in a 3-man midfield against 3 ball-playing, technically gifted centre midfielders. You didn't need a fucking rocket scientist, to set that team up properly. When I saw that team, I was watching it. Yeah, you done a watch along for that game, didn't you? And I was in the chat, wasn't I? I was saying, you look at that midfield and it can easily get overrun. It easily. I would like to have seen what Emery done if you'd given him the same amount of money.
Yeah.
He's had nowhere near that money, I don't think, at Aston Villa. And he's got them in the Champions League. So it's pathetic, really.
750 million, and look at that bench. That is absolutely shocking.
And yet, if some of those players were re-signed, which means he know better. You know better. Eddie Nketiah, Reece Nelson.
Yeah. Matty, I wouldn't have them players at Palace, mate.
I wouldn't have them in the bathroom.
couple of good chats in here. I just want to unique man to show. Thank you, mate, for your super chat. So, panel, with these mutants, we be West Ham supporters on Sunday.
Yeah, they will be. I've seen one of them, Blobby, going like this. West Ham, David Moyes, believe.
Oh, will they go back to saying, what do we think of Tottenham? Now they lost.
They will. They will.
Oh,
Cheers. Hey, Jack, all this panel, right? I've got something to tell you. I've been very naughty. Two things. Well, first thing I want to tell you, Schumer Ahmed. You know what? He's. I've been following him on the chat, and he isn't so bad, but he's got an alternative view. He wants to question us on why we want the manager sacked. So I was thinking to myself, your show, I said, why doesn't Schumer come on? Because we're all got the same view. Why don't Schumer come on and tell us where we're going wrong?
Yeah,
but,
actually.
there's not,
if you want to join,
there's another. It's actually quite relevant, and it's irrelevant. But you judge where it's relevant or not. Ange Postecoglou has lost his shit with Spurs fans because of the lack of atmosphere.
Yeah,
it's just I just seen it just now.
You know that's it.
What was he saying, Kenny?
They was dancing when City scored.
He was talking about a lack of atmosphere, about the maybe you mistrust the situation, but I'm here to win trophies. But yeah, he's blatantly called out Tottenham fans for not creating that kind of atmosphere, not backing the players. He basically called them out. So he called them out yesterday, and he's done it again. Like he's refused to read the room. But yeah, he's that Greek Australian temper came out just now. He wasn't an happy man.
Kenny, did you notice they was doing the Poznan when City scored?
I saw that.
Spurs fans.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I think they had a pre-arranged something with Gary Neville because the camera went straight to them, and Gary Neville did mention on the commentary that Spurs fans said they'll do a celebration for him when City scored, and they did that.
This weekend, I've saw a lot of people today. Well, the West Ham, they'll do it for Moisey. Newsflash, they did it last year in the European Championship.
They haven't done it for him all season.
No, it's already been done. They did it last year in the European Championship, the Conference League. They've already done it for Moisey. That was their celebration last year. This was the Boys World Tour going away tour. They don't care. Their new managers, as Yeti stated, the new managers coming in. So we know what's coming this weekend. More pain. Anybody right now who is getting on board with that stupidity, you might as well just go ahead and you're a glutton for pain. I told you, cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
This is done. This is DONE. And then they put a little bit of suspense on it because they didn't get the third goal tonight. But you just wait until this weekend. You just wait. That goal difference is going bye-bye. That's going bye-bye.
It's only one goal. It's only one goal now, anyway. It's one goal.
Yeah, it's one goal. It's going bye-bye. The goal difference.
So they've scored. You know how many goals they've scored? I think they've scored about 94 goals.
Yeah, since January, they've scored since January. They're damn near 30 goals, just about it.
Can we just say that you could see why people say Arsenal need a striker, because the Manchester City striker today, Erling Haaland, says why you need a top striker. Didn't have a brilliant game, but when the push come to shove, he was there to stick the ball in the back of the net. And that at the end was top quality.
27 goals. Thing is, all right, he scored 27 goals, and he's in about 30 games, and he spent quite a bit of time injured. And he's
a
actually
long time.
playing.
It was a couple of months, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's been playing with an injury as well. He's playing with an injury right now.
There's that penalty on the screen now. It's such a good penalty.
I don't want to hear any Tottenham Hotspurs ever tell me that Son is a good finisher ever again. Ever. I thought there was some hope there. I really thought he was going to finish that. All right, everyone, prepare yourselves for the volcano.
Can I just say before? That guy who's just said all managers are arrogant, yeah, but they win shit. That's the difference.
Right. Look at Chelsea in 2010s. How many multiple managers did they have, and how many titles did they have?
Cow.
That's it, though, isn't it? That's it.
Before
I get Kyle in the chat, man.
Big up, Carl.
He's here. He's gone. He's here.
He's here.
A couple of super chats, man. Thank you.
Jess, sorry to stop. Lee's coming on as well. Lee Gunner's coming on. I sent him a link because he want. Yeah.
All right, fair enough, mate.
This
Kyle,
panel stacked, mate.
Kyle, I said we've win nothing. Arteta out tonight. Fact, mate. Kyle, thank you for that. Thanks for joining. Been a while.
Big up, Jace.
Been a while.
Big up, legend.
Week
Big up,
after
Dodger Legends.
next, man. We've got the
Big
quiz.
up, man.
We've got the quiz. SG, man, thank you for your donation. Man City are about to win a 10th league title. Man City are only 3 league titles away from dethrone us from the 3rd biggest club to the 4th biggest club in England. Wow.
And that's
There
been
you
in 12 years.
There you go.
Like oil money.
Hey, Kyle, mate, the floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, big up, Jace, Kenny, Oregon, and Yeti, and all the rest of Manny, the whole lot, and all the chat. And it's good to be back. Jace, I stayed off all social media. I gave all these clowns an opportunity to prove me wrong. I used to get lots of arguments. I came off Facebook, Instagram. I came off everything. And I'm back because, simple fact, I am fucking right once again. How was I, Matt, be able to tell you? I said months and months ago, we're winning nothing. And here we are, winning nothing once again. How many years does this have to go on for? Year in, year out. Repeat and rinse, repeat and rinse. I'm sick and tired of it. And then all you hear the Arsenal fans supporting Tottenham Hotspur tonight. Would you fuck off? What's wrong with these fools? AFTV has the Arsenal fan base gone insane. The amount of crap that I'm listening to. I'm listening to all the shows. It's unbelievable. It's just, I don't know, guys. This is not to tell everybody here tonight. If Arteta is in a job next season, which he will be, Arsenal Football Club is winning nothing again next season. Now, you heard it from me. They're winning nothing. He probably spent another 200 million in the summer. It's embarrassing what's going on. Compete. Finishing in the top 4. I don't want to finish second place when we're getting back to the quarterfinals next season by Bayern Munich all over again. I want first place, number 1. The standards are on the ground. You're up against the great Pep Guardiola, the great Man City team. Fuck that. You go out there and you win the Premier League title. That's what you do. That's what you're paid for. Fulham, West Ham, Aston Villa. We fucked it all up. I said this back then, and here we are tonight. I'm back, and I'm back big time. Because I'm not listening. I said it at the beginning of the season. No more excuses. And I fucking mean that this season. No more. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sorry. I'm really upset. As I said to you, I came off all social media. I kept myself quiet for the fan base and the team and the manager to prove me wrong. But they haven't. So now I'm back because I'm not accepting this bullshit anymore. Fan base needs to wake up. And I call them out. AFTV, Robbie, and all those clowns that he has working for him are clowns running this club into the ground for that. The same with Martin Hewan and all the ex-players that I once looked up to. I don't look up to them anymore. Running the club to the ground. It's embarrassing. Putting out work all the time. For what? For failure. I'm fucking sick of it.
Fair play, man. I mean, the volcano is back.
I'm back, Jace, and I'm back big time because I'm just, everything I've said has come true. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Jess, Kenny,
Where was
Ian Wright at? Did you hear him for Ian Wright the last 24 hours, 48 hours? Have you heard from TT Henry?
We're not familiar with him. It's just been it's just been the odious Piers Morgan who spent a lot of time over the last 4 years. Those obviously you don't live in. Obviously, yeah, you know Piers Morgan because he was on CNN. He took over. I know
exactly that before.
He was trying to lecture you guys about gun crime. Obviously, obviously I'm against weapons, but that's another thing. You can't go to America and start lecturing them. Be a guest in someone's country and lecture. But if anyone remembers the pandemic, he used his soapbox, GMTV, to tell us about we had to basically, social distancing. We couldn't go out. He was encouraging people to take the vaccine. He was encouraging people to, to report anyone else who didn't practice social distancing and was seeing their families, who was using his soapbox. Well, the biggest pandemic out there, the biggest virus out there is him himself. He's a virus. He's a rich man who basically wants to play along with us bit of rough. And the way he does that is by coming to the football, where he buys 2 or 3 season tickets, and he's a fully fledged gooner. So instead of, speaking to, genuine, decent fans, whenever they want to sandbag, they go to that idiot. And that's the problem with people like Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan read the room, but he didn't go into other parts of the house. He just went. He picked the room that he wanted, and he said, "Yeah, let's twerk for Spurs." And he basically tried to throw his weight around, and that's what a lot of. What I don't mind you guys, right? Twerking for Spurs. That's if you want to use that logic to say, you know what, I love Arsenal more than I hate Spurs. That's fine, but don't throw your weight around. Don't. If we say we don't like it, don't start trying to influence, try and change their minds, and then try to bully us into changing their minds and question our. Yeah, don't throw your weight around, and that's what people like Piers Morgan was doing. He was throwing his weight around. Mesut Ozil, in a way, was throwing his weight around. Havertz was throwing his weight around, and obviously people around AFT were throwing their weight around. Don't throw your weight around and expect people to get your own way. You've got your own way in the end, anyway. You got your message out. The majority of people, I agreed with you. Those who didn't agree with you kept quiet, or maybe agreed with you, didn't, wanted to make it public, like Henri and other people. But that's where it is now. Just remember, we'll be playing Spurs twice next season. We could play them in the cups. It'd be very interesting to see your viewpoints towards the opposition, and your views on them, how they any other game. I'm sure if they play Man City or any team that may challenge us next season, I'm sure you'll be supporting that opposition as well. Supporting Spurs against that opposition.
The thing is, what I find so annoying, I actually find it quite insulting, guys. I do, as a fan of the club, all my life. Seriously, I find it quite hurtful that you've got people that will come into the fan base and twerk to support Spurs. That I just don't get it, and it's annoyed me since yesterday, especially when I found out about the watch along on that particular channel. I don't even want to mention their name, right? I don't even mention them, right? Because I find it so. It makes me so angry that you'd even do that. That is an insult to their followers. That channel, right, has got millions of followers. Yeah, influential young kids that will follow that because that's what they believe in, and they're doing that. Now, Kenny, you work with them. You work there. You done work there. I just think it's a disgrace. I think it's an absolute shit show disgrace to the fan base. How dare you do that? How dare you, Kenny, do that?
Yeah.
Go on, man.
But I think look, as I said earlier in the piece, that's what the situation is. Who knows? Maybe those opinions were always out there. Maybe in '99, when there wasn't much social media, when we played Man United, when we played Aston Villa, and Tottenham played Man United, maybe there were people out there who stated that, who did do it. In fact, there were people out there, because in the North, I was at the clock in the North Bank, there was a banner begging Spurs to do them a favour. So that in the North Bank in '99 there was a banner. So what's happened? The thing with pre-social media or pre-new media, we can unsee things we didn't want to see. Now we can't get away from it. And the thing is, the mainstream media, will kind of veer towards what's on social media. And what will happen is that they'll have a show about it. Sky Sports all day long today. That what's the name? Emma Roper and that other guy was, who was presenting with her. She kept on insisting that Arsenal fans wanted Spurs to win today, and it really got on my nose. I really wanted to throw the telly and start abusing her and everyone else because I was saying, "Well, I ain't got it, Emma." Also, Arsenal fans wanted it, but the genie's out of the bottle. That's what we're going to contend with every season. We compete for the title, regardless of who's manager, regardless of who we're playing. Next season, bet your bottom dollar there'll be Arsenal fans tweaking for Spurs if we play Man City, if we play Man United and play Liverpool, because those teams could be challenging us. We could be challenging against them for the title. Who knows? Maybe we could be trying to, like I said, chase. Who knows? But that's the genie's out of the bottle now because the bigger channels, and that's given the green light to say it is okay to support Spurs for 1 day, or 2 days, or 3 days, or 5 days, or 6 days. They've given them the green light to do that.
Do you know what I don't understand? I don't understand, right? That obviously this big loving for Spurs at the minute, right? Why couldn't you have understood? Chances are that City was going to win this game anyway. Why can't they have focused their attention to the West Ham game and said, "Do you know what? Let's hope West Ham do us a favour." Why the big loving for Spurs and hope Spurs do you a favour? Why can't it be? Well, let's hope West Ham get something off Man City. Why focus your attention on that rather than giving Spurs support? Fuck's sake, Spurs weren't giving you support, was they? They were saying 5 minutes in, they were singing "Stand Up If You Hate Arsenal" and stuff like that.
Right.
I just think it's disgraceful because Jays and Kenny Kane are from the area, and these lads are asking these men to support Spurs. Over here in Ireland, where I live, my rival and Arsenal rivals, I suppose, over here would be Manchester United. I suppose because I'm supporting Arsenal 38 years, that's the rivalry I grew up with. And as well as that, over here where I'm from, all the fan base over here is Manchester United or Liverpool. And I always respected Liverpool as a football club. I hate Man United. I think they're scum. I just hate them. But that's okay for me over here in Ireland. But for men like Jason Kenny came from the actual place itself, and they're being told to support the white jersey. I just think it's an absolute disgrace. And once again, it shows me the mentality of the fan base that we have. They are shameless. They're absolutely disgusting.
Fact. And I think Raj this is a comment, man. This is a comment, Dow. I'm going to come to you on this. I'll ask Matty. I'm going to get the independent views of our neutral fans here tonight. Raj,
I've got to go, buddy. To be honest,
right, mate, you've got a belt.
I'm so fucking hot, and I can't get my fan on. So you know what? I'm sweating. I'm sweating like being in a woman's prison and a tranny coming into my cell. So
right,
I'm
mate,
gonna have to go.
Before you go,
thanks for having me on.
Before you go, mate, shout your channel out, bro.
Yeah, Long-Eared Yetis Cave, man, and big up to all you guys. You're absolute real ones. I love your passion and everything like that. And you know what? You'll never see me supporting the sheep shagging bastards, no matter what situation it is. So big up to every single one of you. Catch you all later, yeah?
Take care, man. Thank you.
Bit, yeah, mate.
Thanks, Yeti. Thanks, man. Dow.
Yeah.
Great question. The disgrace is Arsenal fans with the most YouTube channels who are like fighting with each other. That, I'm sorry, is what is wrong.
Yeah.
Split.
Yeah. I was saying in the chat, I think it was to Raj or someone else, that the fan base is split, but all fan bases are split. United fans, half of them want the club to go one direction, the other half want the club in another direction. Chelsea fans are obviously split. It's one of those things. It comes with all sports. It's all across the world. I don't know if that's a big issue or not. It's just a split fan base. But the thing is that we do here, Jez, with our group and our community, we critically think about the squad. We're able to critically make assumptions and have our own thoughts about how we want the club to move. And so if anyone disagrees with that, that's fine. But to come and say it's a disgrace is a little, above board. I just think that without fans like us and our group, that, you have AFTV that runs the narrative. And that's the problem. And that's already the problem, is that they have control of the narrative, that everything Arteta does, is golden and can't be touched, right? But he hasn't won shit. Won an FA Cup. For other clubs, that would be a sackable offense after 5 seasons. And the people talk about Wenger this, Wenger that. That's an outlier. Not many clubs have a manager that stays for 22 years anymore. I'm sure anyone in the chat can name me a team in the current era that has a manager that stayed for 20 plus years. I'm waiting. Right, none. So the fact of the matter is, Chelsea have set the blueprint in the Premier League since 2010. If the manager isn't getting the job done, get one in that does. Scolari, Ancelotti, Avram Grant, right? These names don't mean anything to some of these younger kids because they never witnessed Chelsea's rise in 2010 and them winning trophies, going through multiple managers. And I don't want that for Arsenal. I would rather have a manager that we can all get behind as one unified fan base, even though that's not possible. And, the manager have a vision and a style and have some discipline and some management skills. That's all we're asking for. And Arteta just doesn't check all those boxes, and have we made progress, guys? Kinda. But what's like Gunnar said it before, what's the difference between finishing 2nd and 4th? Nothing. So at the end of the day, when you come up trophyless, yeah, it was a great run. We have some great numbers behind us in the first part of 2024. Some, the 30 goals scored, 4 conceded. Any club would love those sort of numbers to start off, the new year. But at the end of the day, we don't have the spine and the mentality to see it all the way through. And it shows our fragility when you go back and look at the highlights of games against Fulham, West Ham, the Chelsea draw, and games that we had to have Kai Havertz bail us out, Brentford. There's just so much inconsistencies, and the message that Arteta's setting is contradictory to what we're seeing on the pitch. So there's nothing really to put together. And we've had a great run. I won't deny that. And I know there's people in the chat that's saying, hey, we were 5th, 8th, 5th. We're now 2nd 2 years in a row. There's something there. And I partially agree with that. But when you start looking at players like Kai Havertz, getting a keeper on loan, in my opinion, we still didn't need, and then you don't make any significant moves to sell players, to get new players in a January transfer window, when you say you're going for the title. That's where my blood just boils like Kyle's does, because you tell us this bullshit and then your actions don't back it up. Where were the players we needed in January? Where were all the positivity dog walking bullshit we heard last season? I'm more gutted about last season because we had 8 points up, guys. 93% of the time last season. We were number 1. And now we've come to this, to where we're relying on Tottenham fucking Hotspur to do a job for us. Pathetic.
That's the
Pathetic,
thing.
Bro.
Relying on our North London rivals, right? To do a job. Are we having a laugh here? Comment here from FS Shamal. If Victor Graves comes, then peace be with Arsenal. His pace. That's my mail. Another level striker. I have nothing to say once he comes. Arsenal will be trapped. Kenny.
It's very interesting that he said that, because I think all of us have sort of had videos of Victor Gyökeres. He's with Sporting Lisboa, and he did have some English experience. I know he was with Coventry, and they a lot of the fans, have said, all right, he isn't an Ivan Toney, he isn't probably Osimhen, but what they like is that They like the fact he's a poacher, and they like the work rate. So that's very important. But talking about what Dow said, Dow's brought on a really interesting point, because as hurt as we are, we're hurting badly. We've got to think of tomorrow, because two things we've seen this season. One, we can't deal with pressure in terms of we threw it away when we are both under pressure. The most important thing is that because there's one guy who says that we're talking about other channels and let's talk about football. So yeah, we're going to give you what you want. We are going to talk about football. It's very interesting that the club sanctioned an article saying that there's 7 players that they're looking to get rid of. Now, if that's the case, that's fantastic, because what that should tell us is that along with the £200 million we're going to get more money, because this is where we're going wrong. Whether we like it or not, that squad is way too thin. One, to compete for the title itself, but to compete in all fronts, because right now we're talking about losing the title, but what we haven't talked about is the fact that we didn't even lay a glove on trying to win the League Cup, and in Liverpool as well was a catastrophe. So you look at Man City now, they're not just going to win the league, they're in the FA Cup final as well. So that's them taking every competition seriously and going for all the competitions available. Last year they won the treble, and so that's where Arsenal need to be in a club. You can't put your eggs in one basket for the Premiership. You've got to try and win in all fronts, because what it does now is that when you do have these big pressure moments in the league, you're ready for them, because when you're in a cup, you play shit in a cup, you're out. There's no chance you win in that tournament. So you have to be mentally in tune. And I do think cup competitions are a rehearsal for the big, 6-pointers. Away at Man City, away at Liverpool, or situations where Man City are in your boat race. You're a point ahead, but if you F up, they come and take it over. Well, having this mentality that you go for every game, I think this will help us. But you can only do that with the squad, and I think that's where Arteta. I would. Yeah, I know you're right, Raj, but that's what I'm saying, Raj. In terms of FFP, so what I meant by FFP rules is that if you do get rid of those players, as well as having that war chest, you've got enough money on top of the war chest we're going to get. So yeah, I have heard of FFP, and I'm trying to get around FFP by, referring to Arsenal, we're talking about the sanction of sales, because what we did last season, Raj, is that we spent all our money on Havertz, Urian Timber, and Declan Rice in January. We didn't buy anyone because we used up all our money and all our funds. So that's what I'm trying to say. Next season, I know you're right. Some players are not easy to sell, but the fact that the club are looking to get to put these players up for sale is a step in the right direction, and it's accelerating the prices. They're doing it now. So that's where we've got to go, because I'm telling you, Raj, you're going to have the same heartbreak you had now. You have now next season, because what will happen is that the squad will be too thin, and in the pressure situation, we'll fall short again. That's what I think killing us. The fact we've got a thin squad, Raj.
Do you know what though? I feel like how.
Can I just say this one thing? Thank you for Dave for the raid from your channel, man. Thank you for that. And thanks for doing that, brother. And Jack, far away, bro. Go on.
Yeah. I was just going to say that, it seems to be that at the minute, Mikel was playing Kai Havertz in that centre forward kind of role. If you then spend a whole lot of money on another striker, doesn't that kind of knacker the point of signing him? Because we've seen against Villa, he can't play in a 2 in a midfield with Odegaard and Rice. Yeah, because it got bypassed. So does that not completely ruin the signing of Kai Havertz then? What's he going to be, a backup? What's the point then?
Good point.
He does. I don't think Mikel wants to sign another striker, because then that makes that 65 million look like a waste.
You're 100% right, Jack. I've said it all along that we brought him in to play the striker role. We just slotted him at left mid because Arteta's a donkey and doesn't know his best 11. I mean, you've seen it, Jack. As a Palace fan, you've seen the results we've gotten with Havertz up front. We've seen the results. But he's still, to me, he's not an all-out striker. He's decent, but I want great. I don't want to go off on a rant now, especially on your turn, Jack, but I just, Havertz is not going to get us to Champions League glory. I just don't see it myself. Maybe other opinions out there.
Sorry,
Oh.
I'm just going to say, if we want to win the Premier League title, forget Havertz. Forget him. Not good enough. I know people saying he's had to slot in, he's had to do very well over the last few weeks and blah, blah, blah. I've more pace than him and I'm after having surgery done on my 2 legs. People are comparing this lad to Dennis Bergkamp. Sack it. We need to get a right winger in there to give him competition. That man, I know he's had to score 16 Premier League goals, but his performances overall have been absolutely dreadful the last few months. We need an out-and-out goal scorer. Jesus is not the answer, and Keita, we all know this. I want my team, I want my club to win a Premier League title or a Champions League title next season. And I'm telling you all here tonight, we are winning nothing with those players. So I don't know who they're going to get. They have to get rid of us. As far as I'm concerned, they need to get rid of 10 players, but that's not possible. And then who are we going to buy in? So there's a lot of questions in the summertime. And I don't think Arteta is the man to answer my questions. So I have no faith, lads. I've no faith in this squad. I've no faith in this manager. I think the whole thing is a shambles.
I'm not saying that he's been bad. Like at this, he's in a current good run of form, right? I don't think he's been bad. But you've signed. How much did you pay for Jesus? Was it
50
million quid plus the 65 for Havertz? That's 150 million that he's tried to spend on the centre forward role, and both of them have been wrong. At the minute, you could have put that 115 million quid towards a proper out-and-out number 9.
We could have went out there if this club was serious about doing something. They could have put the money on the books for Ivan Toney this year. And just when you come back off the break, just come on in and we'll get you up to speed. If they were serious, they went out there. They have Jesus has less goals than Kai Havertz. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Jazz, what did we hear after Sheffield United? Oh, Eddie Nketiah, he's kicked on now. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
You got Ollie Watkins too, Matty.
Yeah. And what have you heard from him?
Big up, Lee.
What's up, brother Lee?
Big up, Lee, mate.
This team is washed from top to bottom. It needs over here in the States. We got this machine that goes down into the sewer. It's called a roto-rooter. It goes in and just gets the gunk out. That's what we need with this team. Somebody that can come in. This team needs an enema. Needs to clean it out. And then we keep saying Arteta tonight, but let's talk about this damn Edu. He needs to be out of here as well. He needs to be out of here because he's sanctioning some of this foolishness. These same players that Kyle just got through talking about, he's sanctioning these deals. 100,000 for Eddie Nketiah, 14 shirt. You look at Reece Nelson played a few games this year. Look at the money that's being spent, has been thrown around, and I think Kenny brought up another 200, 300 million for this manager. 4 years. He spent money for 4 years, and we still in the same situation we were when he got here.
Fabio Vieira, Matty.
Fuck. Oh my God.
What
was it, Lee? How many minutes was it this year? 45, 60 minutes total for Fabio Vieira this year? An hour and we at the end of the season?
35 million quid. We had Eze and Elise for less than that, for 26 combined.
Kudos went over there for Aston Villa for pennies on the dollar. Everybody else, look at everybody else's team. They're on earth and gems.
Bro, Edu doesn't know the European market, Matty. You know this. Edu does not know the European market. Our recruiters sit around, thumbs up their ass, looking for the next French gem that we can unearth to be the next Henri. That's the ethos of this club. We're trying to unearth gems in the Arsenal way. but the Arsenal way hasn't done shit for 21 fucking years.
Marquinhos.
The Arsenal way is by giving Jorginho a no fucking contract.
Facts.
That's the Arsenal way.
Right. That's the
And
new
then-
Arsenal.
Hey, and then you got the cognitive dissonance fan base coming in saying, "Hey, man, he can do a job. He didn't do shit at Bayern Munich a couple weeks ago. We sat there and watched it. They didn't do it at Bayern Munich, and rewarding mediocrity. It's no coincidence. And Lee's gonna start laughing when I say that. I know he can start laughing when I say this. It's no coincidence. We throw a title away and Real Madrid win another one today.
Okay,
Just look at this. Sorry to cut everyone off. Yeah, let's just look at AFTV, Mutant Fan TV. Yeah.
Dear God. Dear God.
Yeah. I want to
Is
play
that
this
Robbie
clip
on
as
the
well.
left?
I don't want to take over the whole stream. Yeah, but I want to play this clip as well. Yeah. Right.
Crack on. Crack on.
Yeah. Right. I want to play this clip.
That
Right.
was funny. Yeah.
Big up to my boy Halimi. This is the Mutant Fan TV channel owner. Yeah.
Against Everton at home can
Goes on for about 40 seconds.
yes, people, Tottenham Hotspur do Arsenal a favour tonight, or will they revert to type and be absolutely rubbish? We're going to find out tonight. Joining me, we've got Turkish in the building, and Lee Judges, the guy
Listen
who
to this.
famously never celebrated
Listen.
a Harry Kane goal, even when he was playing for England. We are here. I know it's a bit shameless tonight, but listen, there's a lot of significance for this game.
Ready?
So we had to do a watch along to it. And get your comments in, get your super chats in. You know what? Hit me.
Get your comments in and get your super chats in. That was inside 2 minutes. We have to be shameless, but get your comments in and get your super chats in. Yeah. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah. They peaked at 20,000 live from what I see. Right. And that was when Son missed the goal because I was keeping check on them. Yeah. And at halftime, they had 13,000 people live. That channel has 1.6 million subs. At halftime, Expressions, bless up to you, mate. Yeah. Bless up to him. At half-time, he had the same amount of fucking people watching, 13K. And he's got 6 times less fucking subscribers than them. Sorry for swearing, right? 6 times less subs. And at half-time, he had the same amount of people watching him as that channel with 6 times more subs. At half-time, Troops had 1.2K. I had 1.4K. Saeed had 1.4K. Rance had 1.9K. Curtis had 4.5K. Yeah. Carefree Lewis had about 400-500 people. Yeah. And who else was there? I've missed someone. I can't remember. Yeah. Apologies. Yeah. However. Yeah. Fast forward. Yeah. When Son missed that chance and when the second goal went in, the penalty, I thought, oh, let me go to that channel and let me just play a little clip. So I played a little clip. Oh, yeah, look at them. Why are they all celebrating? He said, yeah, the mutant channel owner. Why are they all celebrating? Why are they all celebrating? What do you mean, why are they all celebrating? Why are you doing a Spurs watch along on an Arsenal channel, mate? Why did you post that picture out? Why did you post out Richarlison with the graphic of the game on Twitter and Facebook today? Why? Why are you asking for super chats? And do you know what's crazy? That was inside 2 minutes of that live stream. Get your super chats in. I told every single person who was watching my live, don't super chat. Yeah, I just want you to like the stream and get me to 27K, which they did. However, at the end of the stream, I couldn't believe it. And I'm telling people, Matty, you know this. Kenny, you know this. Dal, yeah, all of you know this, yeah? I ask people, don't donate to me. I don't want the donation. It's not about donations. At the end of it, I ended up with nearly 530 flipping quid. Yeah, fair play. Thank you to everyone who's done it. However, I didn't want people to do that. Yeah, I wanted people to tune in because I'm keeping my integrity. Yeah, the same as all of you on stream right now, every single one of you, we've kept our integrity. There was people in my chat and there's people in this chat right now, right, that support other clubs across the globe. Yeah, when I was live with Rants, people in the chat were going, yo, and even in my chat tonight, yo, I'm a Red Star Belgrade fan. I ain't supporting Partizan. Yeah, my mate who lives around the corner, he's a Celtic fan. I said, would you support Glasgow Rangers if it meant you won the league? He went, nah, I'd rather not win the league. I've just finished with Dave. He supports Madrid and he is Spanish. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, I know he looks English and sounds English, but David, Spanish passport and all that. Yeah, he said, there's no way I'd want Barcelona to win if or Vallecano or Atleti, yeah, to win if it meant that we won the league. Yeah, I'm not supporting them. Yeah, now go Galatasaray. Yeah, now forget all of that. Yeah, now forget all of that. Now go Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, River Plate, Boca Juniors. Yeah, Ajax, Feyenoord.
West
Yeah,
Ham Millwall.
West Ham Millwall, facts. Yeah, but you could even go even further and go deeper down the levels. Yeah, Grimsby versus Boston. Yeah, Grimsby versus Lincoln. Yeah, Portsmouth, Southampton. You go even further down, Cardiff, Swansea. Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, these people have sold their integrity and their souls down the river, and the mask has slipped, and they've all face revealed tonight. And guess what? They can delete all their tweets where they've changed their pictures. And I'm locked out of Twitter for 7 days. So I called someone a fat C next Tuesday, and he is, but he showed me a video of him deadlifting 260 kg. Who cares? You're still fat, bruv. Yeah, nobody cares. I can outrun you, and I smoke 20 cigarettes a day. Yeah. However, yeah, my point is, right, we've kept our integrity. That goes a long way. Yeah, we might get the abuse, lads. We might get the instant abuse. This will never be forgotten, because these people were singing, what do we think of Tottenham? Well, what are you singing now then? Because you were singing they're all right. Yeah, that's what they were singing on that channel. What do we think of Tottenham? Oh, they're all right. We've got the screenshots in the group chats of everything. Yeah, let's be real with it. We've not sold out. Yeah, do you know why? Because we've got integrity and we know what this football club means and what it stands for. And even though I don't see Tottenham as rivals, yeah, the fact and reality is for me, yeah, and I know a lot of you disagree with the rivalry thing, Jez and Kenny especially, right? But I get it. You were born and raised in that area. Right? For me, they're shit and they always will be. However, yeah, I get it. The Middlesex thing, the South London thing, the Henry Norris thing, I get it, right? We didn't sell out. Yeah, we won't reap the benefits of that now. However, that channel face revealed tonight. Yeah, and that's going to hurt them for a long, long time going forward. And they're on their ass anyway. Hence why X had the same amount of people watching live. Yeah, and he's a Tottenham channel with 1 sick for the following. Yeah, big up to X, big up to all of you lot, big up to the whole chat. Whether you like us or not, you're still watching. Yeah, and I'll never sell myself for a pound note. Yeah, and it was disgusting what we witnessed the last couple of days. But now, when we've been told F off down the lane if you can't see what Super Mix doing, well, we can't go there anymore because they're there. So where do we go now? Enfield Town?
I'm Palace, and I would support Brighton and Charlton and Millwall for anything.
I just want to ask this comment. I want to ask Dow, Kenny, Matty, Lee, and I just want to get this. This says to me, it sums it up to me. Arteta deserves another season.
Cool, keep him forever. Why? Keep him.
Why?
No, keep him. Jez, keep him. Keep him. No, keep him. Keep him. Keep him. Keep him. Yeah, I've seen us win 5 league titles, and I'm sure most of you have. So, my guy, what's your name? I've forgotten your name with the clock. That's a nice clock. My sister's got that clock.
It's Jack, the Palace fan.
Oh, fucking, bro, I didn't even recognize you. I need new goggles. Sorry, bro. Yeah. I'm so sorry, bro. Right.
No, that's all right. Sweet.
But no, real talk. We're all of an age, apart from you, Jack, right? Where we've seen us win 5 league titles at least.
No, this Botox does well.
So does his Spanish son. Right? But real talk, we've all seen our club win at least 5 league titles. We've seen us win at least 9 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, and we've won in Europe in our lifetime. Cool. Keep him. Keep him. I'm at Madrid anyway, so I couldn't care less. I've seen 8 trophies, and I've got a Champions League final to look forward to. Yeah. We've all seen our club win 5 league titles. This fan base deserve nothing. Yeah, the real ones deserve. But guess what? We're in a super minute, minuscule minority. Yeah, and this is not to do with location of where you live. It's not to do with whether you're in England and go to games or not, whether you live in India, whether you live in Timbuktu, whether you live in America, like Matty and Dow, yeah, whether you live in Singapore, whether you live in Korea, whether you live Australia or anywhere. Because you know why? The biggest club on the planet have got more fans in all of these countries than our fan base. And why they keep winning? Why are their fans all on the same page? Why? Mentality of the football club. Yeah. So it's not about demographic and it's not about location. It's about the mentality of the football club. And this mentality of our football club has always been top 4.
Yeah. Right. And what is the point? What's the point in finishing second place
I just
And they
sorry,
won Champions League
Kyle,
next season again
Kyle,
by Birmingham League again.
I just want to come to this one, man. Just want to come to this, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Where I've lost. I've got it here somewhere. Hang on, 1 minute. This, what, mate? What the level of shit are you living in?
I don't go to parties because I don't
You
like
guys
people.
must be fun. It's a joke. Rooting for Spurs.
I've got
Who the
ADHD. I
fuck
can't deal with people.
out of us? Who the fuck out of us is rooting for Spurs? Are you that absolutely fucking stupid? I said for an hour and 15 minutes before that game, I'm not supporting Spurs.
Jez, you know who that is, man. Y'all know who that is. You know who that is.
Nice to see you,
Seriously,
Pete.
man.
Jez,
Jesus,
everybody know. That's
Oh,
Pete
man.
Haywood, man. Get him out of here. Get Pete Haywood out of here, man. Get Pete Haywood out of here. I told you we have to come up with the award for the idiot. It's gonna be called the Pete Haywood Award of Excellence because he is a complete buffoon.
Have the arse white medal, mate. Have the arse white medal. Because at the end of the day, you're just nothing but a prick. Because if you don't listen, if you're that thick, you can't understand that all of us here, well, the Arsenal fans here, right, have said we're not supporting Spurs, right? Are you that fucking stupid? Because that's fine. If you want to support them, great. Big up to you. But don't insult our intellectual ability, because we actually know about the club, and that between Lee, Kenny, myself, we've supported this club for God knows how many years with Matty, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Dal.
Yeah,
Probably
Dal.
it's
If you add up all the years that we've all supported Arsenal, yeah, between the 5 of us that are Arsenal fans here, yeah,
probably
right. And big up to the Palace fan here as well, because he probably knows more about Arsenal and has higher standards for Palace than Arsenal fans have for Arsenal. But the 5 Arsenal fans, yeah, the 5 Arsenal fans plus myself, 6 Arsenal fans sat here, we've probably got 300 years experience watching Arsenal. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you've been to a game or not. It doesn't matter if you've been to a game or not. And I've said this so many times. Yeah, people go, "Why'd you cuss people if they ain't been to a game?" No, I don't cuss people if they ain't been to a game. But have a bit of self-respect and shame. Yeah, when you're looking up to somebody and you follow in a football club that you've never witnessed live, and you're seeing people on camera like Jez, Kenny, Dow, Matty, yeah, Kyle, myself, yeah, and Jack, all of these people that have been to games, yeah. Don't take the piss. Yeah, try and pick their brains. Try and learn something. Try and educate yourself. But unfortunately, mate, the world we live in ain't about that. It's about if you don't back this manager and what we're doing. Yeah, I said to you in the group chat earlier, lads. Yeah, I spoke to a gal, and listen, I've got a lot of time for a gal. Yeah, right. I disagree with nearly everything he said. He was like, yeah, but we've got more wins, better goal difference, more points, best defense, blah blah blah. We've progressed. I said, bro, what did we win last season? He went, nothing. I said, what we win in this season? He said, nothing. I said, well, there you go. The predefined metric for success is a trophy. We don't need anyone's bullshit and waffle. They've been handing out trophies for 150 years to the winner. The losers don't get one. The progress is bollocks, because at the end of the season, which is Sunday, we all start on 0 again. Did we get a trophy? Oh, we didn't. Okay, cool. Progress.
Hey Lee, what happened to you? Just put it. What happened to you after we finished second behind Leicester? What did we finish?
Yeah, we've led balloon.
Okay.
Yeah. And me and Kenny were at the ground fuming. Fuming, yeah, protesting to get that man out of our football club. Yeah. And even then, Kenny, yeah, we were getting pelters, verbals, not physical. Obviously, Kenny's my bodyguard. Big up Talbot as well. You and Talbot looked after me. Yeah, and he's even Kenny.
It was actually the year afterwards. I think it was actually before.
Yes, there'll be 1 minute. Yeah.
We had a protest before the Man City game. You know, when we drew 2-2 in a very good game. Pep Guardiola was the manager, and we were at a protest on Sunday. It was all organised, and when you come up the steps of the when you go past the steps of the back of the stadium, there were some guys calling us wankers for having that protest. So when some of us pretended to walk up, he ran so fast his legs couldn't catch him. But you know, a lot of us managed to get us for some reason, right? They were filming it, and I managed to get myself and on BBC Sport website because one of my wife's cousin went, "Is that you?" With holding up someone's banner, because there's quite a few people holding up banners. Said, "Ken, my arms are too tired. You're gonna have to hold the banner." It was massive, but yeah, it was one of those things where there was a reason why we protested. But the problem is that we protested because deep down we wanted a big name manager. We thought if we got the big name manager we want, we could challenge Pep and we could go past him. What we got was after Unai Emery was Mick Arteta, and that's when because as soon as we got Mick Arteta was being appointed, we knew that it was going to be a process. We just knew it was. We knew it'd be given time. We knew there was going to be pain, and we weren't accepting it because we felt that when Unai Emery got the sack the season before, we finished 5th, so the natural progression was the top 4, then challenging. What we got was complete clear out. We had to endure 2 8th positions, and then we started challenging for the top 4, and then we got this. Normal managers of big clubs, the most they get is about 4 or 5 years. So basically, within the 5 years we got Mikel. He hasn't delivered, but a lot of fans are trying to say that the club are compelled to give him more time because of those 2 second place finishes. So does he get another year? Does he get another year after that? Because we all know what's coming next season. Well, we think we know what's coming next season. The Man City sanctions, because it's a good point. Because
Kenny, they're not getting sanctioned. They're going to go and spend a fortune in the summer, and they're going to blitz everyone next season.
And that's the thing. But all right, take away the Man City sanctions. Factor this in: 5 titles in a row. If they when they win the league this season, it'll be 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Is that acceptable for us to actually endure this?
But nobody can beat him, so we might as well keep super duper Mick until Pep decides to retire.
You say that, but we had a chance to beat him if we didn't play the wrong team against Aston Villa.
Kenny,
and then the season after, we're 8 points ahead. So this juggernaut that is so unbeatable, they didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. We lost the title today. Man City didn't win the title. We lost the title. Last year, Man City didn't win the title. We lost the title. People don't seem to accept it that it was their own fault. So who gets the blame for us not winning the title? Because you can't say we're unlucky, because this is basically the way I look at it, right? It's basically like, and I don't want to talk about guns because I know how to gun in my life, but if you want to use that analogy, it's basically one of us cleaning a revolver without taking a safety catch off, and the gun goes off. It's our fault if we get injured. That's exactly how I feel about being 8 points ahead coming in April and then losing the title by 5 points. And that's exactly how I feel, where our goal difference had us about basically a psychological point above Liverpool, and then we had a psychological 1 point plus the goal difference above Man City, and we've let them back in. They didn't win. We lost the title. People need to accept that.
When Kenny, what you got to start doing, and this is how when you phrase things going forward, you have to put it as my grandmother used to say, put it where the goats can get it. So when you talk to these fans from now on, this is what you say, because you're gonna hear that argument. Well, City's won it 4 times in a row. Yeah, we gave them 2 of them. Yeah. We gave them 2 of the titles. You're right. You're exactly right. They've got 4 because 2 of us. We gave them 2 of them. We put it right there, gift wrapped in them for both of them. And as far as I'm concerned, if they want to keep this manager, keep him. I'm with Lee. Keep him. Y'all have Stockholm syndrome. Y'all love the suffering. All it does is it makes it easier knowing that I don't have to get invested heavily into the team next year. I can just watch the game, just like today. I sat there, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did while I watched the game. I was folding clothes. I was sitting there folding clothes and mopping the floor. And I look up and I say, "Oh, yep, here it comes." Bang, there it is. Then that's it. It makes life a lot easier, man. We are bottle jobs. We are consistent bottle jobs. And we are the laughing stock of Europe. We are the laughing stock. And people think they're laughing with other teams. No, they're laughing at you, man.
Right.
They're laughing.
Was laughing at us before the Munich match.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, he got. Oh yeah, we got Arsenal. Yeah, this is great, man. This is great. This is a great lineup. And people think that team, this current team as it's constructed, can go head to head with Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, PSG, the powerhouses of Europe. They think that this team is lined up. They're having a laugh at Spurs. They say, "Oh, Spurs are not in Champions League." Be careful what you say, because that might very well be us next year. That might very well be us next year under this manager and this regime. We might be headed back to Thursday night, primetime Thursday night. We might be headed back.
Question for Kenny. Mike says, can you ask Kenny to set up a YouTube channel? I'm sure there's a lot of fans on here that would love to see him streaming more.
The situation is that the thing about me is I love Arsenal, but I love football as well. And if I was to do something like that, it's got to be it's got to be akin to what Terence is doing, because I know that I know a lot about Arsenal, but I also know a bit about Tottenham and their history. I know a lot about Man United. I know a lot about the club's history. So if I was to do something like that, it will definitely be along those kind of lines. But obviously, Arsenal will always take priority. But as I said before, it's really hard work to do, because preparing this looks like hard work. Getting us all together, getting people so we're at our the times we're free is all synchronized. That's a lot of work. Plus, as well, you got to have courage, to actually go up to someone and say, "Would you like to come on my channel?" I wouldn't have the courage to ask any of you to come on my channel. I'm scared to ask people to come to my birthday party. I'm 52 and I'm still scared to ask someone in case I'm bothering them, or they may have other plans, and it hurt my feelings. I'm one of those people. I've got a lot of bollocks when it comes to talking about football, but to actually ask someone, say, "Well, can you come and help me out on it?" You guys have got big bollocks to actually run these channels, but actually have the courage to actually ask someone to come and be a guest in your channel and help you succeed. That's a lot of moral courage, and that's why, regardless of how other YouTubers feel about me or how I feel about them, I'll always have that respect for what they've done. I'll have respect for the fact that, despite me, my feelings towards AFTV and the guy who runs it, the fact is, he's given everyone an opportunity that by actually doing it and thinking, "You know what, I'm going to do that," and it's given, and you've got to big up everyone of you guys who do it, because again, it takes a lot of courage to do it, to put up with people in a chat saying that your body of work is crap and you all talk a lot of this.
Yeah, Kenny, it's words on the screen, mate. That's what it is.
You have to have moral courage, and I don't think I've got the moral courage for rejection or those sort of comments. Because
Kenny, I was stuck in darkness 21 years, knocking on doors, being told "jog on, mate." Yeah.
That's why you're natural at this, because you have had the bucket of water. You've had the guy setting the dog on you to get lost, or the people saying come back later, and then when you come back at 5 o'clock, they're out. You've had that kind of thing.
I think Kenny, you've got a lot more in it than that. I'm sorry, but I hear what you're telling me, mate. But at the end of the day, you just got to have a hard chin. And I want to ask you these guys, Dow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go.
Dow, what is wrong with wanting Spurs to win? Enemy of an enemy is my friend. You ever heard of that saying? Yes, I have. It's a game of football. Stop with the fake outrage.
There's nothing fake here, bro.
I'll leave that for one moment. I'm going to pop to the loo.
There's nothing fake about any of us here, Abdul, Mirage, Habib. There's nothing fake, man. What's fake? Tell Kyle Walsh he's fake to his face. Tell
but you see, that's the problem I have, though. You see that I came off on my social media because I had wasters arguing and fighting with me on social media. I actually even called up to a fella's front door and rang the doorbell and said to him, "Okay, you've been smart on social media, now be smart to me face." He didn't like that, though, did he? I'm sick and tired of these wasters. They're all out there, all this. Right. So I said, okay, I give them all a little breather. I stay away. and let them all prove their point that Arsenal's going to win the league. Arteta is going to be the best manager in the world and going to prove me wrong. So I closed my mouth. But I ain't fucking closing it anymore. I'm back, and I'm back big time. Because I'm out for these wasters, and I want apologies all over the place.
Yeah.
Because everything I fucking said has come true. I'm sick and tired of these fellas. And by the way, before I say anything, Lee, big up to you, man. I've been following you for a long time, brother. I 100% behind you. Everything you say, I agree, man. It's great to share the screen with a legend like yourself.
Nah, love, bro. Listen, Sunday you're on. I told you that the other day. Sunday you're on, bro.
100%, Lee. I'll be there, man. But no, I'm sick and tired of it. Like, you know, there's no fakeness here with any of us here on the screen. There's no fakeness, and I would like to see them coming up to our faces and say it.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Or just come on, you know, if you guys have an opinion, contact Jez, contact Maddie, contact Lee, and come on and share your opinion.
I won't open anyone's DMs anyway, so fuck them.
Well, there we go. So there you go.
I barely open text messages, as you know, Dal.
Yeah, Lee needs an IT assistant for sure.
X phoned me earlier while he was on his stream. Yeah,
I'd like to ask you, mate. Where are you actually from? Are you from Islington? Are you from around the area around Highbury, that area? Because if you know, you know. You don't do it. It's just not.
It's not even about It's not even about just being there, Jez. Yeah.
He's from the pit of hell. He's from the pit of hell. That's where he's from. The pit of hell.
It's not even about just being from that area, though. Yeah. Right. And I get it, Jez. Yeah, because you were born and raised right opposite Highbury. Yeah. Right. And your granddad and the history of the club, and it's ingrained in you if you're growing up in that area. I'm not from Islington. All my family are South East London. Yeah. I weren't born in London. I was born in Northampton. Right. But the difference is, even for Matty and for Dal, yeah, and for Kyle, yeah, right. It's about learning the history of your football club, learning, right. And the best thing I've said, or for me tonight, yeah, the best thing that has happened since we beat Man United is the biggest twerker. My mother sat right next to me while I went live earlier, yeah, and somebody said about Ian Wright. Ian Wright will twerk for a pound note any day of the week and twice on Sunday, yeah. The fact that Ian Wright has kept his lips sealed, yeah, fair play to him, right? And my mother sat there, and I said to her, "I loved Ian Wright when I was a kid, didn't I?" She said, "Yep, you thought you were Ian Wright in the playgrounds, yeah." The fact Thierry Henry's kept it zipped, yeah. Keown, I haven't seen anything from Keown. Maybe he said it on TalkSport. I don't follow it, yeah. Zipped. We ain't seen Tony Adams, zipped, yeah. So and then these are ex-players, and the first two I mentioned are our two all-time top goal scorers that have played in these games. Yeah, they know what Tottenham is. They know what they are. They know what it means to the fans. They must be sitting in their houses or wherever they are, in studios, working or whatever. Thierry Henry and Ian Wright especially, yeah, they must be sitting there because they're the vocal ones. They're always on TV all the time on different platforms, yeah. The fact that our two all-time top goal scorers have said nada, whilst all of our fan base online, most of them, not all of them, most of them are sitting there twerking. I've just been sent a couple of tweets from Bav now, that he's tweeted. Twerking his bum, and then when it finishes, oh, did we expect anything else? They always let us down. They're always crap. And it's like, but this is what it is. It's a game to these people, yeah? Yeah. And that's the difference. We don't sell out for the game. We're not going to go where the wind blows and then not go back when it goes back that way. Yeah. And you know what? It might take 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years. Fact in reality is people see through BS. Yeah. And people see through people playing a game. And everyone who's done this, we've got the screenshots. My mutant stream at the end of the season is going to bang. Yeah. Because I've got all the screenshots. They can delete their tweets. That tiki-taka Connor, yeah, Connor Hum, who works for VBet, who got a box at the Emirates and works for Sky Sports, and Gary Neville exposed him and he had to delete his account for 2 days and come back. Yeah, that guy changed his profile picture to a Spurs badge tonight. Cool. Yeah, these are the top gooners with top followers, most amount of followers online. Patrick Timmons, he's blocked me. Worldbeast, another one, blocked me. They've all done the most, but people see through it. You can't fake being real for too long before you get found out. And that channel tonight, yeah, face revealed, the same as all these other people. The fact is, we got the heat initially, and we'll get the heat for the next couple of days or week, yeah. But guess what? People know deep down, when they look in the mirror, they're lying to themselves. We go to bed every night knowing we've told the truth. Yeah, you can lie to your mum, you can lie to your dad, you can lie to your sister, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your unicorn, non-binary, of course. Yeah, it's 2024. But when you look in the mirror, you can't lie to yourself. And every single one of us on this panel right now, and most in the chat, yeah, we keep it real. We keep it real. And that is why we have a loyal following. And yes, it may be smaller than other channels, but guess what? That channel had 13,000. It peaked at 20K. It's got 1.65 million. Had 20,000 people watching live when Son missed. Oh, 20,000 people. I guarantee Gold Bitch had more. And he supports Man United.
When you look at it, fellas, in history, in the next 7, 8, 9 years, they'll be able to look back and say, you know what? These guys were right. They were right in everything they said because we've been proven right. Lee, what did I tell you at the end of the last season? Me and you had a candid discussion. I said, Lee, this will be the year of our time. And what has happened? We're sitting right here almost a calendar year away from when me and you talked. And I said that this was going to be the year that people are going to be because last year they were celebrating. They were celebrating Shaka leaving. They were throwing up hands and everything. And Yard man was trying to tell them, say, hey, man, we're in a bad situation. They laughed at him. They laughed him off AFTV. And now look, everything has come to pass, and we are correct.
Facts, man. I'm going to wrap this up, guys, because we've been going for nearly an hour, nearly 2 hours. It was going to be a half-hour stream, like my earlier stream, which was going to be 15 minutes. Went on for an hour and 15. Thanks, guys, for joining. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Well, today. Well, no, tomorrow. Now, mate,
Yep.
Thanks for joining, bro. Thanks for your contribution. It's always a great debate with you boys. And just wind it up. Tell me what you got coming up on your channels you go on.
Not much. Friday's the last episode that TJ and Connor and I are doing the American Idiots, and I think we're gonna possibly have Football Capo on there, and anybody else who wants to join in on the year-end celebration, I guess, or lack of. But no, check me out, Oregon Goon on YouTube, Infamous Dow on IG. To kind of sum up today, I thought there was some hope, Jez, at halftime when it was 0-0. I thought there was a squeak of hope, but of course that was dashed. But and I don't want to hear any Spurs fans ever telling me that Son's a good finisher. So other than that, thanks for having me on, Jez, Kenny, Kyle, Jack, Maddie, the big man, Lee Gooner. Great to see everybody. Thanks for having me on. And we do it next year, guys.
Yeah, well, let's wait and see, shall we?
So thanks everyone in the chat as well. I got to bounce, Jez. Take care, guys.
Love
Take
that.
care.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Kenny, sorry I broke into your stream for your
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll try and get tomorrow with it. But one thing I want to say, Brady Top Gooner, I will address what you said. You said that me and Lee were profiting of a loss 5 years ago on AFTV. That's a fact. I'll tell you right now, I was never involved in any of that. If you listen very carefully, listen to the voices, get the video up, Brady Top Gun, and listen to the voices. You didn't hear my voice, but I'll give you a clue. You heard a couple of voices of people who still work at AFTV, and you'll be shocked at who was there in that room and who was the ones who were laughing, because it weren't me. But they were still working there. I had nothing to do with it. I was in the room. So if you
it was done by association.
Yeah. So if you want to have a go at me, I'd suggest you get that video up and listen to voices, and you hear my voice quite a lot. The person who was talking in the background and the other people were talking in the background don't sound anything like me. But I'll be happy to take it on the chin, because you know why I take it on the chin is because I slept well at night because I didn't do it. But I tell you one thing, mate, you're not going to silence me, because I'm still going to be able to support my club the way I choose. I'm still going to be able to say, you know what, I don't agree with certain things. I'm not the same. So if I don't agree with what AFTV do, I'm going to say it. It's a democracy at the end of the day. I don't agree with what I do. So I don't know nothing, Bradley. So I hope I addressed your concerns. And yes, I'll be with Jess tomorrow, and hopefully, Lynn, hopefully all of you, and we'll talk more about the match tomorrow. And tell you tomorrow, we've got to talk about Ange Postecoglou, because my advice to Ange Postecoglou is, if you're going to take on your own fans, make sure you've got two things: silverware, and you've been there a while. Because right now, you've only been there 5 minutes, son. And I know Spurs fans, being a North Londoner, and they ain't going to take kindly to your comments. Word of warning, mate.
We've got the mutants coming in. Late as always, because that's what they like to do, because they've got no bollocks to actually face up and actually have a proper talk with real fans. So, you can basically stick it up your arse, boys. Go back to bed because you've got school in the morning. It's too late for you. Longhead Yeti's Cave, thanks, mate, for your super chat. The club started this Spurs fan thing, dumb cult. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. V1K United, thank you, mate. You should have put a comment in. I've read it out. Thank you for your super chat. Matty, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, with Kenny and Lee, we'll be doing our weekly chat. We're going to dissect certain things tomorrow. Oh, as always, bro, please shout your channel out, what you're doing, and we'll be in contact very soon, bro.
Yep, and I'm going to have an emergency stream tomorrow myself. If anybody's interested, 9 p.m. UK time tomorrow, we're going to go tear off into more of these people's asses. I'm going to chew this ass all week. Pause. I'm going to chew into these folks all week long, because, see, what I saw the last 24 to 48 hours is absolutely disgusting. It absolutely is an embarrassment. An embarrassment. And to see just how I sat there, because I sat and look. I'm not going to go on a super rant, but I just want to say, I sat there and I watched how they talk to leaders on Twitter. And these folks were just going in and going in. But I went and checked the nightly. I said, let me go check to see what's going on. And you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Absolute silence. Absolute silence. It's like Mike Tyson in the spelling bee. He just straight silence. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. We're gonna tear into those fans. And tomorrow at 5 p.m. noon my time, U.S. time, we're gonna have a further discussion in this about this matter and see what needs to go forward, because I don't know if I can sit through 38, 40 games next year of looking at this stupidity again.
Don't worry, man. Just come to Madrid, bro. I've got my membership en route. Yeah, we'll all do fan cams outside the ground. Yeah, hey, Matty, do what you did the other day to me. Do what you did. Do it, bro.
Got the cologne.
Say what you said. Say what you said.
I smell like greatness.
Yeah, he goes to me. Can you smell that? That smells like success.
Yeah, I got this. Somebody gave me this for Christmas, man. So I just talk with Lee all the time about it. But yeah,
he was like, "Can you smell it? Smells like success."
But yeah, we'll be there tomorrow, Jez. And thanks again for sending out the I knew it was supposed to be 30 minutes, and we went wild tonight. But
yeah, it's very
big up Northside in the chat. Northside's people in the chat as well. Come on, big up Northside, man.
Northside
as well.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Big up, man.
I'm so far behind the chat, man. Seriously, it's mad. It's been crazy today. But Jack, mate, thank you for coming on.
No, sorry, I had to dip for a bit. I was just driving home.
No, I've still got the complaint with you. I've still got the fucking complaint.
Here we go.
Where is my bloody fillet steak?
I said, yeah, and for the 100th time, I said, you'll get it at Arteta's leaving, dude. That's when you'll get it.
About 2044 then.
Yeah.
That steak's
dry aged, mate.
When they then put his son in charge.
It's dry aged.
Mate, that steak's going to be pretty old by then, fella. Seriously, man. Anyway, Jack.
Hey,
Seriously.
hey, should we put money? I think next season, if he doesn't win the league, I think he's going to do a Klopp and say that he's mentally tired.
He might do it this year, Kenny. He might do it this year.
When he starts going grey, that's
I
when
can
he
see
will.
Klopp think.
I mean, let's hope he doesn't, though, guys, because there's nobody better than him. So the club are fold. We're finished. There's nobody better than Super Mick. He's the best looking Spaniard we know. There's a banner in the stadium that says it.
Club's finished. Close it down. Sell it off.
Well, don't worry, Jez. We've merged with Top Spurs. We're a family now.
Yeah, we'll be the new Wimbledon.
Yeah, we're North London United. Yeah, we're a family. We're a family, Jez.
Lee, you'll be Tottenham.
Tottenham. Family Tottenham.
Our Spurs.
Spurs. That sounds like saying you buy from Ann Summers, bro.
We're gonna have two badges outside the stadium.
The way they moved the badge, Jez.
Hey, fellas, we have two stadiums, one for home and away.
Seriously, man, I don't get it. I don't. Kyle, bro. Next week, if I can line it all up, we're gonna have the end of season quiz with Kenny, you, Anthony, Jack. You know, we that will be.
I'll make sure I have a pen that works.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
I'm sure he was off Googling, Kenny.
I mean, it's not just for these guys. Anybody wants to join in, anybody's welcome. Anybody is welcome. It's just a fun thing. There's no prizes, nothing. It's just a good laugh and a bit of a giggle. But
I didn't do too bad last time, to be fair.
You did very well last time, considering the age group you were against and the questions I asked. I was actually very fucking impressed, actually. James says he'll join. Yeah, James, you're welcome, man. Just contact me on Instagram, collins.jez. Contact me, and I can contact you. Otherwise, I can't contact you. Kyle.
Jez, when do you think they'll do the quiz, mate?
It'll be latter part of next week. Once the season's done, out of the way, we're all chilled, we're all fed up and we're moving.
That's perfect. I just think Jez, I want to do is, but on the Friday the 24th of May, I'm bringing the missus away for the weekend. I was supposed to be last weekend, but I postponed it. So the 24th will be the Friday. But any time before that was no problem. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm probably going to do it actually for a bit of a giggle, right? I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's Tuesday. It's actually on my 63rd birthday.
Right? Des will be pissed.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm probably going to do it that day. And the reason I might do it that day is the wife has forgotten about my birthday and is fucking on.
I don't think she has. She's probably like got a surprise.
Well, apparently she's off with the daughters for the day. That's what I'm told. I don't believe them.
There's some foul play there.
Yeah, I don't believe something's going on behind the scenes. So I actually said to her this morning, I'm going to do the end of season quiz on my birthday. She went, yeah, go on then. Okay, crack on.
I'll be there. Well, Jez, listen, thanks very much for having me on the show. It's great to see Kenny Kane, Matty, Lee, and Jack. Big up to you all, legends here on the screen and all the lads in the chat. So you appreciate us all day. When I've been out with the legs, everyone has been contacting me, and I'd just like to say a big up to everybody for supporting me. And I'm getting at the right side of it now. And I was saying earlier on that I took a break from the social media. I was getting into too many arguments, too many fights about this Arteta and this club of ours. But I'd like to say to everybody, now that I've been proved right once again, and we're winning nothing once again, like I said months ago, I am making a serious comeback with my first video back on my channel tomorrow to explain why I'm back, and I ain't going anywhere till I see a fucking league title lifted up in the Emirates Stadium. But I think I'll be waiting a long time. So that's for another time. But yeah, you can get me on Kai Walsh Gunner. And it's great to see everybody again. And it's great to be back in the Yeah, in this group of lads that knows what we're talking about, and a lot of negative lads there in the chat. I see a lot of jealousy there, telling us that we're all fakes and all this bullshit. I'd just like to say the reason why you are sending in text messages like this or in the chat group there is because you all know that we're all right in everything that we've been saying for fucking years now at this stage. So focus as far as I'm concerned. But big up to the real ones. Let's move on. Let's get this club back to where it belongs. But I think there's a lot more people going to jump on to our side of the story now because I think they can see what this club is now at the moment. Not good. But let's keep on. Let's keep the channels going. Let's get the standards up instead of being on the floor. I'm sick and tired of it. Let's move forward. Big up to you all, lads, and great to see you all.
Yeah, facts, man.
Kyle.
Just want to say this. Never give up your club forever. I've seen this club go through absolute traumas, just as bad as this.
No, just come to Madrid, mate. Feet up, 5-0 win, cigar on the go. You know they're going to win every game. Well, they've lost twice all season. Yeah? F Arsenal, man. Come to Madrid. Fuck them.
Oh, mate. Yeah, I love it. But no, sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I hear what you're telling me, Lee, but no. I can never give up my club.
I'm going to get you to a fucking Madrid game and we're going to do a fan cam outside, trust me.
I'd love to. I've never been there. I've never been to. I've been
to an Arsenal Legends versus Madrid Legends at the Bernabeu before they revamped it. Yeah, we lost that as well, by the way.
Mate,
Sol Campbell lasted 4 minutes and went off with a calf injury.
Yeah,
I can never give up my club.
Lee, I was in Barcelona for a weekend, and this going back a few years ago, and I went into the hotel and there was a sign on the kiosk saying that Barcelona were playing Arsenal in a pre-season match. I got 2 tickets, one for me, one for the missus at the time. Went up to the new camp. The experience was unreal. A great pre-season game, but unfortunately got by 2-1. Suarez scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. But it was a great game, a great stadium, new camp as well.
I've never been. They revamped it. They're doing a new one. It's going to open soon. But yeah, I've never been.
Are they knocking the new camp down, Lee? Or are they building a whole new stadium, or are they doing up the new camp?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't really follow that lot. They nicked all our players. I'm Madrid. Yeah, fuck Barca.
Anyway, guys, Lee, thank you, mate, for joining us. And I will be seeing you tomorrow at 5 o'clock on the weekly chat show. And mate, thank you. You're nearly on 100K. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And
well, we lost 200 subs in the last 48 hours. And then I did the show with Rants and we got 100 back. So, yeah, by Sunday, we'll probably hit the 100K. So,
yeah, big up to you.
Well, it is. And I've lost nearly 63,000 subs in 5.5 years. And I've still got nearly 100K. So, bless up to everyone who supports. The second channel hit 27K tonight. Big up to everyone. Jez, thank you for having me on. It's nice to see all of you guys on the panel and the chat. And listen, just remember who's the real ones, isn't it? Yeah? Just remember who the real ones are. Yeah? This is not just an exclusive thing for Arsenal. This happens in every fan base. Yeah? Bless up Craig from Anfield Agenda. Real one. Anyone in this chat, sub to Craig from Anfield Agenda as well. Yeah? Johnny Minerals, real one. Yeah? Real one from Chelsea. Yeah? Come on. There's real ones out there. Unfortunately, it takes a lot longer, yeah, to get the message out there. But keep super duper Mick. I hope you're all fucking happy with yourselves. They're all giving it the big and Piers Morgan, Bav, Tiki Taka Twat. Yeah, we've got all the screenshots, lads. We've got all the screenshots. Yeah, you man can't fool anyone for too long. Yeah, because your mask has slipped this week. And thank you, Jez. Appreciate it. And bless up to you, man. Yeah, road to 6K. Make sure you sub to Jez.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, man, for coming on. And, you know, I just want to, before the season ends, I want to say thank you for all the support I've had. It's been mental. Nearly on 5,500 subbies now. And it's just gone crazy. And I thank you all, Kenny, Matty, Jack, Kyle, Lee, for your massive support. it's hard work sometimes getting it out there, but it's been great fun. And we go on to Sunday, last game of the season. And basically, people, Lee, I'll be seeing you, Kenny, Matty tomorrow. And we're out, people. I'm going to do the out, and we'll see you all later. Have a good night.